her face. And he turned aside to her by the way and said, please, let me come into you. For he did not know that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, what do you give me to come in to me? And he said, let me send you a young goat from the flock. And she said, do you give me a pledge until you send it? So he said, what pledge should I give you? And she said, your seal and your cord and your staff that is in your hand. And he gave them to her and went in to her, and she conceived by him. And she arose and went away and removed her veil and put on the garments of a widowhood. And Jehudah sent the young goat by the hand of his friend and Adullamite to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he did not find her. And he asked the men of that place, saying, where is the cult prostitute who was beside the way to Enaim? And they said, there was no cult prostitute in this place. And he returned to Yehudah and said, I have not found her. And the men of the place also said, there was no cult prostitute in this place. And Yehudah said, let her take them for herself, lest we become despised. For I sent this young goat, and you have not found her. And it came to me about 3 new moons after that Yehudah was informed, saying, Tamar was your daughter-in-law. Hey, Tamar, your daughter-in-law has whored. And see, she has conceived by whoring. And Yehudah said, bring her out and let her be burned. When she was brought out, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man to you, by the man to whom these belong, I am pregnant. Yeah. And she said, please examine whose these are, the seal and the cord and the staff. And Yehudah examined and said, she has been more righteous than I, because I did not give her to Shelah my son, and he never knew her again. Wow.
The person called me and said, Unya, a free, area, una be kwa kudia de na ho ensamani owo
one for na market one nti
oh be ko ye nti no sa amamre no
wow
entia na ye ni aye me say na mre mu no
eye
on your right ya you say na incest unya yire ni ayi bibia wo the foundation the starting point nti sa widow wu whatever na we kan no na ayi no na unya ekunawu na afro ba no ba na se bia oni enua na so faase a na ega afro no faase na bia de nti wo ware no ana enye force so ware dia ya pepi bi ni eja kwai wo be ware no so bia
ne jana mo
wawo ama nti na nye bibia we nkunu bi da no so no ewo bible eye Hebrew culture no ebi no ana bo ba polygyny ana polygamy and also no a Hebrew culture.
Yes, your culture.
Yes, your culture. Now we Peter Sapon, Archbishop, on the book we Ghana in retrospect. Or can be a fact. Now I hear scripture Mukra first and son of the Bishop D. Polygyny, a man with more than one wife. Deuteronomy 21:15. Oh, back.
Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15. 21, 15. Ena mebe king kai edi amamu. When a man has 2 wives and loved, okay. When a man has 2 wives, one loved and the other unloved, and they have borne him children, both the loved and the unloved and the firstborn son is one of her who is loved. Then it shall be on the day he makes his sons to inherit his possessions, he is not allowed to treat the son of the beloved wife as firstborn in the face of the son of the unloved, who is truly the firstborn.
Okay. Watch it much now. The Bible have you say, yeah, Bible there, I say one man one wife, I can say, and man
oh, to me worry,
Sa,
bra, to me worry.
Sounds like say Isaiah
It's
4:1.
not review.
Isaiah 4:1.
Isaiah. No, ever can is simple. Isaiah no crow him. Why you? Isaiah. Then actually, Mr. Bibi no. Isaiah. And then Mr. Making kind Hebrew. Na me a metepa Isaiah wrong free Isaiah now call way different no until I'm watching me
Isaiah 4:1.
Minim tro na we there every minute so okay Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 Yeshayahu Onoana mijina nenimu. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we shall eat our own food and wear our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name, to take away our reproach.
Wow. And then, Bishop Diana Kanyanko. Maybe I'll have a canary. Oh, and you married, you know. And then she
now, also, an actor to move now for Ben to Mediana.
So, no,
Go you.
no,
Yanko. Make a polygamy on
some of my peers had the Bobby seat.
you. Me read it from Peter Sapon, a book. He is the author. Ghana in retrospect. Some aspects of Ghanaian culture. Okay, or say marriage may be monogamous. One husband and one wife at any given time, or polygamous. If it is polygamous, it may be either polygamous, one husband, 2 or more wives at the same time, or polyandrous, one wife and 2 or more lawful husbands at the same time.
At the same time, and yet you can't. I know Halimayas in India, Hodum baby. Now, the say. Polyandry no de tie say oba ko ware ebusua bi na say be na no ware no our brothers are nyina no legally they can also make love to you. Into the husbands no nyina Esther no from the fact say wukunu no awo ware no na de ye onua no so timi no da enye wukunu no wa ha na wakokuru fufuro so no bi fufuro da bi eye wukunu no enua no omu nyina so etimi no da enti no ya na mpa bebiri no eba ba mu a ya na edin se ebe hu se wukunu no ye wo ho ade no 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 nyim wono wo ya da se
Ama me de ta no ni eh you nam ka se hanka we ndi nka me yi
is
maybe as far as I know of no society in Africa practices polyandry but polygyny polygyny is widespread also in Ghana. I don't know, you know. That is polygamy now.
Say, okay, polygamy, no, and the cobas or bad, so no polyandry. Now, polygyny, no, dear, and bear money, dear, right, or bad.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't cap polygamy. Okay, polygamy.
There's a both.
Polygamy.
There's a both. Acquire polygyny and then polyandrous. Polygamy. No. Thank you. May I say? Many arguments have been put forward to explain, if not to justify, the prevalence of polygamy in Africa. There is the common practice of considering menstruating women as unclean and therefore unworthy even to come into the company of men, let alone cook for them or assist them in their work. After childbirth, Sexual intercourse may be prescribed for anything between 3 months and 2.5 years. Women often have to leave their husbands to go home to attend to family matters and stay on for months on end. In such circumstances, in order to enjoy the normal services of a wife or satisfy his sexual urge, a man cannot but marry more than 1 or 2 women. Then, it is a fact that in many societies, the human world is a man's world. Also, in most human communities, women outnumber men. A tendency accentuated in Ghana by the fact that in the past, men often engaged in more dangerous activities than women, such as hunting, fishing, warfare, which inevitably reduced the number of men. In Ghana, where an unmarried woman is a social anomaly, a polygamy provides that all women in the community can be married and so be cared for. Also, where, as is the case here, a person's reputation and his being remembered after death depend to a very large extent on his having a large number of descendants. There is evidently a strong incentive to polygamy. Closely connected with this social honor is economic prestige. A man with several wives cannot only reasonably hope to have more children than a man with only one, but also more wealth, for his wives and children will help him in his occupation. At times, women advise their husbands to find other wives so that the household and family activities may become lighter for them. Hallelujah. Wow.
Bishop Sapon, radio or the memory and the teaching. Reasons any Yama can't tia. Yama said Bema.
Worry. It's a broba.
I don't know what teaching. There's one name for your buy. I brought for quarters here before.
On I said,
Intino. Ama Obian Basso Betty the word polygyny. So we church you much make it. Hey, me the present TB na one man, one wife.
Oba ko wari na ne kunu ko fa oba fofora. So fit me gina na chigu aware no say edwa mo e na be ma na kobo. Enti ngu aware no.
No. And the ba ko ba be ka ho. Na me ma gima ho no so amma culture no adedi na ba ko na me ba be ka ho no. Me yi bibia fita mood nu nti na me ka. Eye Leviticus 15:19 to 28. Leviticus 15. Seclusion of women in their menstrual cycle. The Trono Ekaye, any the Tamu, do for no dia, or Mono Kaye, and the Debra Jabahome. Na
Leviticus chapter 15,
verse 19, 20, 21.
15, 19.
Yes,
okay, and when a woman has discharge,
period.
And the woman has a discharge, and the discharge from her flesh is blood, she has to be in her separation for 7 days. And whoever touches her is unclean until evening. And whatever she lies on during her separation is unclean. And whatever she sits on is unclean. And anyone who touches her bed has to wash his garments and shall bathe in water and be unclean until evening.
Well, now so, what about you doing? Almost more can you say? About was at to be anymore.
Make a word. Ritual bath, such as the menstruating woman should take before having intercourse with her husband, thus ridding her of the evil eyes. Yes, so Barbara, ne bema da, na so obu ne nsa, wo sa bema na etu aduru kra nya wo.
Ani edu fo no, na so ba to akunkun no say.
Ani
tro ni mu ni asese.
O so de obeka ne bia won tene.
Sa and I do for us. I say, the infant out here, go for na ko wi adu for asem no am dey adu so ba wo ni tibia mu na anu no ho ko kan no a e je say obi tu adu kra nya oh bibi enti amame no eye bebre se na America no we hu so sesei na ko kunsu abo
akosu amu akwa bebi o
sanity de so papa
yes Hebrewism ajadan kwa me hu wo mu ni yo bi wo mu su ni ade yes ede pa na ubetumi ede atoto Hebrew fo ene wo mu a ajadan kwa ka se ye Hebrew fo ni titu no West Africa ya hey bibre mato ye hey ede bi o na betumi de atoto ho ebe me ye hunu se Hebrew fo ye ni ampa
mechia bibia ene papa udi boa Ghana ni wiase ni na me sansa me chika kra me hia de kakra Ghana for NNT the word Hebrew and come as me donu na ni mo no ye Jew na Ghana for ka ele kan ma obi ehu Jew for me omu fere omu baaye Ghana for a ye no mo kasa obo hwe na me bibia wo bia no omu na no say Jew for oh aye ni prasu aye ma e ko school na no because Israel ni as Jew ni Israel Jew into the word Hebrew no amafo enye familiar
example
thank you into no obi ka tell me say so we we Hebrew ni dia kona kwatena Jerusalem na obi no Hebrew ni a oya kan ni a otia sei into ho aso ni Hebrew aso ka tell no entina ama enu Ghana for mo nyina no ye obi o hei bia ni say Bible for the am Jew for na hima aba manne uko school a omo ye Bible was school and for enough omo chenyi no first na omo bibia mo omo fa no so social services say religious
and moral education.
Questions in that banner. Only so Jew. No more better Quran. Until what is Hebrew? Only Hebrew no. Until what is Hebrew here? I say, I'm sorry, I boa. No, I can't one no. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's all a Jew ni. Oh, Moses, that's all a Jew ni. It is a man for who Hebrew no. Not gonna front me so dey fan free who are. Now upon say the repetition of lies become truth. Then apostle. Of any kind of be a Hebrew no a free buyer, then san ko hobby. No no. The man for who say aha ayetie Bruni bi ni dem do say first African for no. Na enye ha say eni efiri of a breaking in AD 70 where history want to mention dia who follow mo ka say Jew no sa don follow o ka bi ko na wo say niema the day school ko na no ade de building kola no moral mo say religious and moral ya mo chepa nyina no me ba de chen me dey ba chere me was Israel you say we are Hebrews but look at the question. But they're written Jew. But I don't understand. So I write Hebrew with my pen. Yet you know.
So true Hebrew.
No. But school no cause of could na your time will ban. Nti I say, o try or in your high marks until no there. Man find us and be a. You go to the school fees and say, teacher, why do you use the word Jew? I said, I'm a Jew. To me, break each other and say, hey, and I'm going to come of education. I'm going to go to
I said, no one else.
I said, I'm minimum. Now say, oh, African for you. Mamma, I say Hebrew of a Canadian to one way. No, make us a say. If we say Suez Canal, Obiati, Middle East. I would say I'm for the Kuno. Now, of a castle animal, or say, Toma, Yeshua. Toma be free, Asano. Or say, Jerusalem, Maba. Mamusume. Now, a baby bar. Yet a boy, our bosso. Because the way you be a monoa, no, you be a year. Man or your African man, to not over to not who the Eba or a Messiah. And to not or can't one say, be me call, now believe in Messiah Eba. The do one more, Mubaya Mobosse. I'm Papa for kind of 1870. No woman for a pot to share a half so. Because Landon will be up and Landon was a shira and Munyam, ye dear, a 1 hour. I'm paying for the free land and so. Now, I don't know, Africa and Israel term. Into a sense, no young country beer, what is a beer, and so on, Yaboa. And I don't free honeymoon. Now, if you want to me a map, if you want to see we have blast of Hebrew for. Yeah, or come not a part of a donny. It's a mobile, obviously, not until a pro if you were 1859. And in the name of Ferdinand Lessers. One of the people, are right.
Okay.
So it's Canal. Oban, Julius.
Oban,
no commission, I said, no chat. Suez Canal, and for the Holy Land, and the African temple.
The way you're paying crap.
That is it. Good. And you know, and then it's between Nancy and Fan Call more. No, just say, oh, da, anyone more. Because, yes, you won't know. But from the catch there, I'm not going to say, Fawo Balania Abufano, for San Commission. No, here we pay a quadrant name qua Aji. It's a no, a fruit poncoso. You know, Sunny, Eba, Egypt. Mamma said, one more and commended the Abba. Now, a whole. That's a when they are artificial one and Sanity. To know the name of the project here, Suez Canal, Middle East. As a government, issues of or your project to be. Now, you know, among the projects, and what they say, this is the name of the project. It is a Middle East and Middle West way. Into artificial. Or try to separate the Holy Land from here. Not blast, you choose also called your spiritual center beam. So we are on Yahoo thing. Now, a happy I would travel 10 years. 1 year said to man. And people who are more than 12,000. A whole and for the
construction of the Suez Canal.
Yeah, to me and come
it was constructed.
That is it.
And yet natural.
It's not open nature. Say Israel for no come back to the Holy Land from Israel. Na a young crow no na a puni no. It's a Red Sea. No far a there was nothing called Red Sea. Na a puni no. A land. Muhammad come Masamusa Okomeka. How you mean Nam? Other than Ponko, Queen Makida. I'm for the Queen of Sheba. Upper King Solomon. How many na fire? Or then a sooner near Ponko, any tamrin, ne business merchant. How many Nam? And so I saw them. Now, I saw from Binom as a car. Me catch your place, what you back pro. Now, Omano, you know, about sofa. Because I want to know many are about for 2 years after 2 months. Abraham Bay, over the Gopon, or the man about Isaac. Or some man about Jacob, FNC Israel. It's one of them, say, that's a to be, as I also someone to be. They haven't got some chill. Offer. Mam documents in here, mammy. May date, you know, who are 38 years. Who are 40 years documents. Me different me fear more. ne family bi na afi na mewia na se bi na afi na metutu sa documents no ene mo hwe bi a unya bi de bia no abrafo ne American FBI no kwa bia no omo suppress no echedi no kwa no enti na for you documents tu wona mo a na hu a ubode tino buku ya che enti no kwa na buku so ya kan fifi yi mame pa ya mai ho be 10 or 20 years uhwe bi kwa pa unya esan say American for West World for e de no kwa no esie buku bo net kwa pa wo de code atoso otwe kwa pa wo sanka enti no eho nko twa sa de wo sei Suez Canal de tour moi na yentumi ayede anko biem ene ye ba ka se ya ye ba ye no e fofa edin bi ato ye so enfantefo asantefo wemufo nso ye ba as a group ay fe akan no oba burumu akan oba yeko Genesis 36 verse 27 akan oba burumu
akan
yeah. It is what say.
Me akani.
Me akayamu. I say akanfo. Akanfo.
Genesis 36 saying.
27.
Okay. Yeah, say o nyina so bia. These were the sons of Esther. Bilhan and Zawan and Akan.
What? Akan is in the Bible. And if you crampo no ado agufo ado our the book of Joshua way from the holy land Jerusalem on can kind and only no be show no ado sadifri abre
the book of Joshua referred to in Joshua and 2 Samuel and no emuna mijina making king and he then the Lord reigned upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah and upon all these cities brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew these cities, all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. And Ado, the wife of Lot, looked back to see the destruction of the cities. Her compassion was moved on account of her daughters who remained in Sodom.
Farado.
Ado. Christian Ado.
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 And a Hebrew name. That's what
wow.
Ado. Yato. When a chase a Hebrew for and a two. Say, on Henry Kasa. What's it been for one in channel? Omoka Kasabi. I said, Omugun San.
Zio.
Can you? What about
Zio?
Thank you. What does it say? Zion.
Zion.
Now, English in Zion.
And a Chinia.
That's you are Hebrew, no?
Zion.
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 Zion. So I am fearful to be a subject, be a bimun name, but a bimun. A Hebrew language. Zion. Zion.
I say anything.
Opportunity. A seminal engine. So we are by
wow.
What now is a Hebrew, your culture, your customs. Juni or Nebi of a Kayano, Juni or Babu and Sa, not another. It's not that someone of the say on the people of the book. Obey I can still come with a group of people. That's also a Jew near who are physically Hebrew Israelites. And I don't Judaism. The Kabbalah, the spiritual occultist rituals be Abekahu. Talmud, Babylonian Talmud, Jerusalem Talmud. Actually, Bonidie Abakahu. It is a no bit me. No, say, okay, there's a sanitary there. Many a day, Judaism, no, actually, so, not from Hebrew media by mistake. Because Judaism, no, what's in my check? And what the Abba, I am rituals. And the Biblical festival, Amudi. So come back and cross the red carpet. So, Abraham crossing, you know. before and say now be say I want to be a Hebrew man. I tell our Bible in some him fie. Uncle shrine.
Say ye nananom kra no. Say a tod bi na dwumadi bi ho asa nananom di a ye ma oba nchi anensem.
No.
Omususu say bi a na wo sa oba no wabu nsa.
Hebrew. Of a children was a min called him. Here, or two for Koyin in your basse or my Asante Hema. People are criticizing say, Mammy enemy. For which a female shepherd say, Young fat and Rabana Acatesia and Finia something ma.
Bet me a bunen
so. I hope a year
bunensa.
A piano, what of 4 pack and so.
Uber done and so now. Akonyaso
you shall die. A divine culture. Obi asantinia na mamre e na kire o de quarter the o best room and don't even try Jerusalem now there is me people of the book e bra wa bra bo o culture e bi kwan kono sabe ketia bottle
circumcision
Jew for omo your best how dare you tell me a Jew ni minimum there for me Jew for omo so copy Israeli for no omo ntwa de
na bottle de
I feel so o periano no de year for ma ho auntia me a Jew ni it's in here there Bible let's go Paul now mo say o some Paul say mo say ye ni New Testament there emi anam meboa let's go to the Paul Philippians 3:5
Philippians
3:5
hey neshisha no na emam ho kire me kakra ayo Philippians chapter 3 verse 5 circumcised the 8th day
Paul class no e twa ne twetia e wo no that person wo twe
of the race of Israel
me Israel ni
of the tribe of Benjamin
abusuam
a Hebrew of Hebrew
me Hebrew ni
according to Torah a Pharisee
me Hebrew ni Paul back so your professor Hebrew ni why Jew until Hebrew for no ye wo wa na watwe o say o be ma de say twetia pa etesam pa ujina the laws and the principles of Jehovah in the holy book and until no enema amafo hu say Hebrew ni no o culture and the Bible no emuvu dia na say ampa because ye ba ya che no ade a ye trace history no a it will be hu yamamre ene yamane na so no Christianity e be tell say e bosom sam go to palace commercial na fe hu say what abro be do for frantoma na wasalema no ene wo mo to no mo re hell because who are you say hono ahonya be bia ho control ntobi o pastor bi enu say me hia say ahimfi o tekere ahimfi mo ni na de e ho ya bosom sam
obi nko ni hine kra wo say ya bosom sam wonni
tebe ni mai wo o hine bi kase bi fa na project nsam o asen kuhia ma na kwa gbedu na ahimfi no me poso na ko say before o do ahimfi o no no lion no
jata no
je de kase be say me no be say ade esi e kire hedi bako pa na bako ase left and right no huna o pio pe no ma show and son o right feel man ka tell me say o hina be sumsum ni we say e faso lion no
the tribe of Judah no the lion of Judah no ti ase say
we have some keke we say ni faso onim
ene so on comment share ko ehwe
ni didie asori didie the so called mission is from Africa and say no do mo ka to ma dunu mo no ene na e work etini ye num ya mamna ne yamane ene ku be Friday ye ba ye etina akanfo obi wu ne ba na o twa ne twetia na ko ne sum we do saka onye ka krai o se dabi sabe na buku onya mayo
tina okra ma na na o twa ne numa
dabi ni etwa show na de habanda tara no sabe ekono be de ebewu
na de nguta de ka ho
nso na Bible no na boni ni mfa mra yen nso na ye Hebrew fo ani ekura mu
wow
ultimate ntena ho ka dem say me de me ye Christian fantastic aye obi aye foreign worship and wa adopt no mo no ukuro ma ben unim ntena na wa yira
adwabo ase no
e na wa yira se unim a enkrafo e de fa hye no fa kan ye no ho ma wo aso wo nyaka say ye na free Israel e na be pie Nigeria e na to say de e de ba ha sei hwe asem bi a Nigeria for eka Kanabla
Hebrewism in West Africa.
Hebrewism in West Africa.
Among the documents handed out to the honorary members was one of the origin of Igbos. It was compiled by Jutsi Ibe, a research fellow and special duties administrator of the Council of Igbo, Igbo committees, and I found it very interesting. Of the possible origins of Igbos, the document states there are suggestions of a strong connection between the Igbos and the Jewish people, and references have been made to the biblical lost tribe of Judah. F.C. Ogbalu has drawn attention to the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt and argues that some Israelites lost their continuity with other Jewish groups and found themselves in Igbo land. The word Hebrew, he argues, may have been mutilated. The word Hebrew, he argues, may have been mutilated to Ubru and later to Igbo.
What? It's Hebrew, no can Igbo.
Wow.
It's not for can say a wrong word. So because we Jewish in until Nigeria for no more so me Jew for no mistake no why a Hebrew
no can Igbo
sa na tie etiro se obi ni mu a na o fi se me de me ye osun wo mu nipa me osun wo mu nipa circumcision of a mabu nsa for kan ho asemi be se me ye ma ye tum domasi ko na amanfo hu se de ye kan ye nya bre pa se ye kan hwe amanfo hwe unu se nde asafo piti se obabu nsa kwa pa otu ni hia wombem right good and then nothing be no yeah I did we say ade musu ka se fa say iniquity muyo tu na kan na fa kan tu ni ye muyo so ku obi a uno obi ono wo bu nsa na da no wo ye pepepe ade oba ade ochikura anu no o se be konkron ntimo so mo nya konkron babu no nya maye no na ya mpanifo ensan se obala bebu no sente no na wale ba mi no na fa mi nsa se we di afahye na se obabu no nsa onibi ebi Islam kremosun kwanko no se obabu nsa kwanko a onwura mos hono holy Quran kwanko no onso
and our first no more ye ne kra no onye in the course no se ubu nsa ubreki na fe uwi a why they are to us
fantastic Bible na my no ni ekrom nso tama asole ba ya no wo mu nyina no o say Yesu ni mo jabe wo ma enti wo mu nyina no atwam enti so pani mo ga na ha say epiti sesa wo ye kwabu nsa kwampa a utunu kwampo na ne da Hebrewism enti o tunu koye de ka kefa mo here o hentu ni da bonti keke because we are representing a holy people. He is the embodiment of the people and of the law.
Any kind of thing come
at all. It's where Bema, that's how we are. That's how we are able to say, a man of Papa was no more drop. No more drop. Some the coming Papa 7 years of commander, come up to the moon. But strange doctrines be about young Papa going to say. Enya she into what free Hebrewism no na Hebrewism so na Nyankopɔn gyina so all the Abraham Hebrew no of say a customs and tradition and we a Hebrew man or Hebrew woman na wo de nam say ebi ni ho a say wo nya nipa wa yira nyame akoso ampo sika o nyame ampo a wo fe nyame ampa wo hwe o se di mi ma so na ye pe e wo manim Onyankopɔn mmara no enye New Testament asam na ye kan ha sei na oba kan say old no de twam eye Torah kona lost no wo ana e de ma Israel for a no kore so we dey Israel need ya who problem go to your palace na ko be so ahemfo na ne kwa ahemfo kwa be kwa piece of work and so another problem
nationality ne religion e wo twa cancer
kasia pa
maybe so same way say Yeshua na religion ben na owom ebra na okokọ synagogue
religion bi emu na a way of life Hebrew for no uti say edu homeda omo check Old Testament nko pon say enya da konkron ye fin shia konkron what's a holy convocation hona ebetu nko pon asem no efo dia kire oman no enti no eno nye religion
na nye no ane bi mo nso amema ne di
eno dia tie papa so dem ifa as the example ifa Jesus of an example and a true faith an example ugo komu no they were so mla o so no meboa and say our baba religion ne ko pon mla nko a dia Hebrewism a way of life
so osha ebra Yeshua akotene maame ni mo no na Jew for no Pharisee for no and then said chief for no no more can be say e da na yehome denti mra nkyere say one side religion
na man ne ba say obestrate wo mo it was asem no kan we say owura we free Galilea e a new doctrine e dey about the incite o man tia wagene because no mayira nyame so no Roman amemo na ba ye no abani di Israel for kuta religion mu if all that na pa until do for fancy for the day so many laws abeka ho nti Yesu ne ba ye no ti no okọ hia dem kotwe aba ebri nkofo say my Nyankopon fie no ebibia aba religion and I saw them to nkuto aso dem yento oye aso dem huhu ko de ko sia yento na aso dem won mo sticker yento na aso dem won mo enti na aba religion. So the man came to clear away the religious doctrine. Now the Hebrews made about me see one more. So say in Israel come and tell me me buy it. Into buy it no na or clear. Say Jewish customs no atuagu to omoni bill say they will lose profits. Into young friend when say me see no owura no ye ni ma o man no ni enku no ni nda say and you could say one man didn't come there but told my mom money na opim say money na be there e be yira but Yesu ne buy so or the Hebrewism na ayira no esa e baba kibiem I hope say I can say well say the spirit of the Lord is upon me and he Jehovah has anointed me to come and set the captives free. Who made them captives? Pharisees.
The keys.
That is it. The sir. Yes, I am to the to your buyer no, and then you trust no.
Right.
It's you know the Hebrews and the man for. So we are at Kenya.
2 minutes wrap it up.
We are Kenya. Sheba bu mu yie. Na fi ko bi saw. Wa mama ne wa mane. Ne hu say sabe. Wa adopt a foreign religion. Now about that was so when say be a Christian, be a Kramuni, be a say na kula mu. But we are Hebrew ni. Eni me nyina no say about bu nsa ye me no if you ko no ko bo part 2 no ko na be hu edin a ye bon ha se ye Hebrew fo dia ye bon ha se ko na be hu ahindie a de ba ya ye no ha se ya uti a ho bedwuru enu nti no ye ka se obi ye Hebrew ni a maame enye color
right
enye wa ho fe enye wo siriye eye wo culture and your custom and anamuntu of the Yakopon the 8 that makes you a Hebrew man.
Medasi.
Thank you.
Medasi. Ya de ofa to sum yenu no ebe bramo na wo twe sene na Israel ansa na ebe kono chia nipa mienu bi na yenko.
Me nche de na na say ebenaso because enche war na start war na machine gun and atomic bomb no a truth against lies and a struggle into do hemi bia no a opa de kure bia no it's omra yento na mo na wiase na sei nkopon e boabo na ma no tam na so na fefe nkopon nu asam ento na mo na debi no ye fi wiase mu a nkopon atumi be mo bo yasam no
Medasi. Anya wa jira ngwa. Ezem ndo bwa china shi mama.
Eh. Nenga. Ifi for no be ku.
Ego.
O ye chia obia. Obia onya adaje a ohwe bia. Ye chia mu nyina na emom. Mo ba ma bisua no. Enimani. Efize de ye kan nyina. Musu tu mu anamo a na aduma no. Emu be mra me nyina. Efize nya nipa baako na obetimi de nsakran aba. Nipa baako adwene ebeto ho na nipa a aka nyina e de saa adwene no ye adwuma nsakran no eba.
Thank you. And ya the Hebrewism of ID kind of see. Yankompon ya domo anda sene ya de ofa etoso mienu no ebeto so e de amount. Na migusua I will say 2nd December inauguration of Free the Mind movement ekoso na sa inauguration ni menim se yenyina ebebo ai hona yakọ sefi ejuna se abra yebekọ akohwemo ewo John Beta Clubhouse ewe dum yeno na yede sa inauguration ni akoso na yenyina ayetumi aka ho ona wo sefi ene ne mpote mu nyina no yebetumi akobi abusuafo